On one side, there's Hexi, our home. On the other, Chang'an, our other home.
Where Winds Meet is back. In 10 days, we'll have the biggest content drop the game has ever seen to date. The massive Hexi Expansion, which is completely free. To prepare for it, there are now a few events that are effectively catch-up mechanics. And you should make the best out of them, because they will all expire once the expansion hits. So let's talk about everything you need to know here. There's a 3-minute trailer which you can find on the official channels. We'll have 3 big, new, beautiful zones that will unlock in a staggered order. So this isn't all coming out at once, but it's monthly bite sizes. Here they say, starting on the 6th of March, we'll launch the brand new DLC, the Hexi Expansion. Wanderers will enter a unique dreamlike journey, traveling back in time to witness the legends of heroes. And it will launch in serialized chapters that will be unveiled approximately every 28 days. This isn't that disappointing though, because if we look at the size of the zones, each one of those islands is chunky enough to explore, with quests, activities, secret areas and different layers, full of side quests probably. I think a month or so to play this is not a bad cadence. You can see each island size here is comparable to our first 2 zones. And I know people who are still finishing everything up in the first 2 zones 3 months after the game came out. So I really doubt that this content will run dry during those 3 months. On top of that, from what I know from the Chinese version, there's a bunch of epic boss battles here, similar to the amazing one we already had with Tianying at the end of the first zone when the game launched. So if you're looking to scratch that Souls-like itch, I think we're in for a treat. That's not all. With the new expansion, we're also getting a new martial art path, the Bamboo Cut Dust. You can already see the previews of both the Everspring Umbrella and the Unfettered Rope Dart in the game right now. If you go under Sects, under 9 Mortal Ways, Ultimates, you'll see the Rope Dart skills. Soul Sweep, Burn and Bury, and Dart Song Fills the Wind. And below that, in Velvet Shade, we can see the Everspring Umbrella skills. Cyclone Waltz, which is pretty cool as it pulls your enemies together, so that's pretty good for AoE setup, and Dreamwrought Bubbles, and Scarlet Spin. And that's not even all for weapons. In April, which will be around the time for the second island release, we're getting the new weapon, the Hong Blade, along with a new martial art path, Stone Split Strength. Worth mentioning that on the official website with its new look, there's a little hint at a treasure. Here, if you click on this bag, which sounds like it's telling us there's a long puzzle that will take us from the first zone to the third one, where we will finally find that big reward chest. Whatever that is, this is also the order of unlocking the zones, so technically we won't reach that chest before May. But if they put this here this early, it might be something that takes a long time to work on, and I'll obviously keep you updated once that mystery is clear. With the new zone, there's also a cool new freebie. I believe we get that mount for free when we hit the new zone. Now with all those goodies around the corner, what can you do now to prep and catch up? Especially if you've been sleeping on the game for a little bit. The most important thing we have right now is the special event that's running up until the release of the new expansion. The Special Energy event, which gives you double the rewards and it resets on Friday. So you will have one more reset before the 6th, which is also a Friday. So as you can see, this is a very efficient farm of gear chests, in-away chests, whatever aspect you feel you're behind in. You can catch up this way. Also, for leg pieces, you can go hit the campaign challenge, and both Tianying and the golden dude here will have leg pieces for you. Now this costs a ton of energy. The cap is still the same, but we also have some special short-term pillow pills. They all expire on the 6th, so there's no point in keeping those. You need to pop those all before the 6th and grind away to max out your upgrades as much as you can. You'll mostly get those in mail. They will come daily from the 12th of January until the 25th of February, as it says here. So you might have some already sitting in your mailbox. And with progress in the All as One event activities, You can collect your rewards and the new event currency, which will allow you to buy 3 more from the fortune shop right here. With that crazy amount of energy, we can spam sword trials for gear. You can also spam outposts for ebon iron to max out your favorite mystic arts. You can see here I pumped all I have into my favorite mystic arts, and they're all at rank 5. Joint battle is also an efficient middle ground for both gear and in-away chests. And you can leverage the tips exchange to target your main in-aways and max them out as much as you can. If you need a reminder on how to use the tips exchange, feel free to check out my guide linked up here. The talent tree is also opened up now, so if you're still farming and grinding points, you can invest there and get even more power. Along with boss talents, so sword trial bosses are even more efficient and quicker to clear. And if you're into the gacha pulls, there's also the festive calendar, which if you've been vigilant with daily logins, you'll get up to 10 lingering melodies in total, which I clearly didn't do a great job with. While you're doing all that, don't forget to also max out your jadefish. Our cap is now 23k, and if you didn't know this yet, the most efficient, quick way to max this out is doing bounties. You can see here both vendetta and bounty hunting will give you a bunch of targets. Those are very quick and they give you a flat amount. The vendetta ones will give you 750 each, and the bounty hunting will give you 500. And on top of that, if you're lucky, you can find a player target which would give you thousands if you manage to kill them. They all play out the same. You take the bounty, mark the target, teleport to where they are, and beat them. Pretty quick and easy. Those will refresh periodically, but from experience you need like 2 sessions per week to hit your 23k cap. Another place not to forget about is the path trials. Every path has its own trials, and you can get 3 stars pretty easy till maybe the final one. But you'll stack some good amount of this currency here, and then if you go to Legacy Exchange, you can buy even more in-away chests and Mystic Skill Breakthrough Materials chests, and even some cool cosmetics as well. We know from China that this content is actually massive. It's going to feed the player base for 3 months with really good fat content. And if you believe what the developers are saying, they're also squeezing in more content so that technically we can eventually catch up with China. Which means probably even more content squeezed in each time we get a new patch after those 28 days. Are you excited about this amount of content? Are you still playing the game or went easy a little bit and then coming back for this content? This is a 3 months commitment probably. Or are you focusing on Crimson Desert? Let me know in the comments. Thank you for your time, and I'll see you in the next video.